small apartment or a land? My name's Thomas O'Regan and I have built an investment portfolio of 9 investment properties. I'm talking purely about making an investment decision here. And what I use, immediate growth, right? How quickly are you gonna get that money back? And that is called a cash on cash return. Say for example, if I put $50,000 in and I get $50,000 back in the first year, that's 100% cash on cash return. The next thing that is cash flow. How much money is the investment bringing me back? The cash flow should be covering the mortgage and it should be covering all the expenses associated with the property. The next one is rentability. We want to buy properties that are definitely going to get rented out. And the fourth one is long-term growth. Let's talk about immediate growth. So what does that mean? That means when I buy them, I already know that the value is higher than what I'm paying for it. That's my first thing that I must tick. Cash flow. Does the asset bring you enough income back through rent to cover their costs? Rentability, you think about it in terms of current rentability. What is the market currently doing and what will the market be like in the future? Okay, let's move on to the fourth one, long-term growth potential. And it is almost a lot like rentability. It is a supply and demand thing. Your asset wants to be scarce or you want it in an area where it's primed for growth. This is a little hack that I've learned, okay? There's something called a market cycle, and if you buy at the right time in the market cycle, it almost doesn't matter what asset you buy, like what condition it's in or all that sort of stuff. It could be an apartment, it could be a house, it could be land. It doesn't even matter. Like that doesn't matter. If you buy at the right time in the market cycle, whatever the asset is, it will go up with every other asset that is going through that same market cycle in the area. Okay, I did another video on market cycles. If you want to get into that, just have a look for it. It's just called the 10-year property market cycle, and you can have a look at that. But I'm not going to get into it in this video. Just wanted to put a disclaimer. So basically, to summarize, the 4 frameworks I use to invest in property, like 2 of them aren't there in vacant land, right? So it doesn't have cash flow and it doesn't have rentability. And when I say cash flow, I mean positive cash flow, because I wouldn't even buy an apartment that had just cash flow. It would have to be positive cash flow. So with this 4-step framework, if this is how I make quick decisions on any investment I purchase, and if it doesn't meet these criteria, I don't touch it. I don't go there. But if it does, I'm in. All the other little things do not matter to me. Okay. And sorry, I just want to talk again one more time about the long-term growth. Yeah, if you buy at the right time of the market cycle, there's going to be long-term growth. That's why I invest interstate, because all markets operate differently. Yeah, and actually, sorry, just ending this video now, I just wanted to put a disclaimer. I've made all my money in investing in apartments. I've built my portfolio in apartments over the last 3.5 years, grown $1 million of equity in 3.5 years, and I am now financially free with me and my wife. And I'm just doing these videos to try and help people out, make a decision, get a little bit educated on property, but ultimately you all need to do your own research and do what is right for you. There's a lot of different opinions out there. People, there might be someone saying land's the best. I'm not saying that. I'm saying apartments are the best for me, but that may be different for you. And quite literally, you can make money on anything if you understand it. And you just got to weigh it up, right? Investment is a numbers game. It's about cash on cash return. How much money am I getting back? How much money is it producing? What position am I going to be with in terms of income generation from this asset in the future? You have to think through your investments. You have to think through your property purchases through an investment lens. If you're investing, please do not get emotional about your purchases. Like, don't worry about the fucking windows or like the orientation of the property. Like, that's how somebody thinks when they're buying a home to live in. Okay? What you should be thinking about is how much money is this investment returning to me? Okay? The fucking window has nothing to do with how much money this investment is returning to me. Just saying, like, is the toilet gold plated? That has nothing to do with how much money the investment is bringing you. That's just a fancy feature that might be eye-catching and get inside of your head to make you think that it's better, when in reality, nobody's going to pay any more money for a gold-plated toilet. All right, guys. Thanks for coming, and talk soon. Bye.